So you're thinking about moving to Kansas City, but you're a hipster and you want to know all about the downtown lifestyle, midtown, where the heartbeat of the city is, all the arts and the music, entertainment. Maybe you don't want to have a car, you want to be in a super walkable place. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, so definitely want to stick around to the end to hear all these great spots that Kansas City has to offer. We're going to start right now. Hey, if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Kansas City and places like this midtown, downtown area that we're just about to talk about, then click subscribe, hit that little bell for notifications so you can be the first to know of the current market here in the KC metro area. My name is Zach Morton. This here is Max Jones. The Mojo Real Estate team and I have been helping people move to Kansas City for over 20 years. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every single day, and we absolutely love it, but you don't have to take our words for it. See what our clients have to say with over 600 5-star Google reviews for folks just like you. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, you can pick up that phone, give us a call, shoot us a text, drop us an email, even schedule a Zoom call. All of our contact information is just below this video in that description, so we can chat with you about your goals and help you with that seamless transition into your new market. Well, Max, here we are today. We're talking about the part of the town that kind of has that little heartbeat or that thump when you're walking around.
Yeah, the hippest neighborhoods in Kansas City.
Yep.
We'll start with the Crossroads.
Okay.
The Crossroads is just at the north part of the area that we're going to be talking about. Where you go from downtown to midtown, it's right in between there, and I guess that's why it's named the Crossroads, where everything kind of comes together. And it's the Kansas City's art district.
Yeah, it's cool. And the first thing that kind of pops into my head when I think of Crossroads is, well, there's no single family residential houses down there. It's all, skyscrapers, big buildings, tall buildings, super downtown feel with, there is condos, there's plenty of single family living you can do, you're just not in a house. So that's the first vibe. Super walkable, lots of bars, restaurants, and lots of First Fridays and lots of outdoor events happening.
Yeah, First Fridays, if you're not from Kansas City, is every first Friday of every month. All the art galleries open up and a lot of artists will come on the streets and open up little, what do you call those? Not a tent, but a booth. Yeah, a booth. And they'll display their artwork and everybody will go and you can have a drink and walk around and check out everybody's art. The first Friday of every month, it is a lot of fun down there. A lot of interesting folks walking around, I'll just say that. So there's all, it's not just painters and drawing, and there's all different types of art and performance art, and it's pretty interesting. Check it out.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that main drag through there is galleries, so the doors will be open to the galleries as well. So you'll have inside stuff you can do, and then people set up in the streets and bars, coffee shops. I mean, just everything's got a pretty good vibe going.
And not only the galleries, but the art studios where the artists actually work. They'll open up, a lot of those buildings are studio space, and they'll open them up so you can walk around their studios and see the art actually where it's made, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good time. I always have a great time down there. Kids, it's fun for the kids. Everybody has a good time.
Yeah, so the Crossroads is awesome for First Fridays. You've also got the streetcar that will run from the River Market all the way down through downtown. The Crossroads sits just south of Power and Light, where there's the big T-Mobile center, the arena, tons of bars and stuff down there. The Crossroads is just south of that and just north of the Memorial. What's it called? The Crown Center.
Crown Center, yep.
Yeah, just north of Crown Center. The Crossroads is nestled right in there. And my favorite part about it is it has some of Kansas City's best restaurants. If you want to go on a great date night to a 5-star restaurant, the Crossroads is the spot.
Yeah. There's a lot of nice hotels around there too, so that probably has some of the pull. I know the Lowe's is down there. The Chiefs, the Chiefs keep winning these Super Bowls around here, so our local Chiefs parades, when they're happening downtown, kind of run right through this area as well. So we actually were down at the Lowe's Hotel, which is a hotel right there in the Crossroads district, that put us right on the main event site. So just a super cool happening spot that the whole city funnels down to on those big parade days.
Yeah, the draft, the NFL draft was here, and it's right in that area. So anything that's happening and big going on in Kansas City is right adjacent to the Crossroads. So it's the spot to be. A couple of restaurants I'll point out. Our Corvino Supper Club is amazing. Check it out online. I mean, we can put a link to it in the description. Novel is a really good restaurant. Not a 5-star restaurant, but one that is iconic in Kansas City is Town Topic Hamburgers. It's kind of like a little, well, what do you call those? The
burger joint.
Well, yeah, it's a burger joint, but like a diner.
Yeah.
It's like a old school diner, you know, from the 50s with, you know, the little swivel seats, and it's awesome. Town Topic is a great place to grab a burger, fries, and a milkshake. What else is
Grinders?
Oh yeah,
pizza and music, and
yeah, Grinders is a really nice music venue. Just went down there and watched a show a couple weeks ago. Watched the AWOL Nation show. It's pretty cool, man. The Green Lady Lounge is a jazz bar. Then you've got the Mercury Room bar. Just tons of activity and action going on down there in the Crossroads. So lots of stuff to do, but not any single family homes like Zach mentioned.
Yeah, no little white picket fences out there mowing your little postage stamp front yard, sitting on the front porch watching your neighbors walk by.
Yeah.
Won't have any of that.
If you want to live there, you're more than likely buying a condo, and for a 2-bedroom condo in that area, you're looking at $400,000 to $500,000. And there really aren't that many condo buildings. There's only a handful of those. And so something we should mention when we're talking about condos and lofts is it's a lot different than buying a single family home.
Yeah.
You really have to watch out for, you're essentially buying into a cooperative where it's run by the Homes Association, the whole building. So you own a little room within that building, and there's a Homes Association dues that go to pay for all the amenities, the roof, the HVAC, the pool, whatever amenities they offer. And one of the things we've run into is mismanagement of that Homes Association. So you really need to be, if this is something you're interested in, you really need to get the advice of a professional that can go in and analyze the reserves. You can look at the profit and loss for the Homes Association and analyze how many funds they have in reserve. That way, if it does need a new roof or it does need some big capital expenditure done to the building, that not everybody in the whole building is hit with a special assessment.
Yeah, there's all kinds of little tricks and nuances when it comes to that stuff. So definitely, just if you see pretty pictures, just ask some questions, because there's always more to it than that. Amenities affect the value a lot, whether you have a garage or on-street parking, off-street parking, the pool, the gym, all that kind of cool stuff. And the HOA dues are a big part of that. Some of these buildings have been tax abated, but those tax abatements are starting to run out. So if you don't know about that, you might be living there for a year, and then the tax bill is like half or a tenth of what it normally is, and then the next year is like boom, back to full tax rate. So all kinds of little tricks there that need to dig into the details before you fall in love with the pictures.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then the dues could be $500-600 a month, which that translates to, if most buyers don't care about the big number, they care about the monthly payment more, how much, so that's how interest rates can have such a big effect on real estate. But a $500 a month Homes Association bill translates to almost $100,000 in purchase price. So if you were to buy a $300,000 home that didn't have a Homes Association due versus a $200,000 home that did have a $500,000 a month dues, that house payment would be the same effectively. Yep. So it can have a big effect on your monthly payment. So lots of details to sort out with that. But that kind of covers the Crossroads. Should we talk about some of the other areas?
Yeah, and some details. Yeah, so moving from the Crossroads, you're going to be, as you come in from the north, Kansas City, we're just going north to south because that's how this is laid out. We're at the Crossroads, and now we're going into Brookside, which is kind of our next little hub.
Yeah. Before you get to Brookside, there are some cool areas that we're not going to dig into the details on, but Hyde Park is there, just south of the Crossroads, and then Westport. Westport is an awesome area that is known for bars and nightlife and stuff. But the area that we're going to highlight, the next hipster neighborhood, is Brookside. So it'll be even south of the plaza, and it was actually developed. Brookside Shopping Center was developed by J.C. Nichols, who developed the plaza. So the plaza is one of Kansas City's best shopping areas, really high-end buildings and shopping.
Restaurants, a lot of 5-star stuff, and it's really all condensed into this little like 10, 15 block area.
Yeah.
Super walkable and really nice.
So as you cruise down Ward Parkway, we're right on the state line, and as you come down Ward Parkway, you're in the Missouri side, and you cruise down, you hit Brookside Boulevard, and Brookside is there, and it's awesome. It's really walkable.
Mm-hmm.
It's known for its mid-century modern architecture, a lot of Tudors, and just really charming area with mature trees, and just it's a gorgeous area that you can walk, ride your bike, lots of shopping centers, and
yeah, all the houses are vintage and just lots of streets where everybody's done a really good job maintaining all these older homes. It's just beautiful, just like it would have been 100 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's really something. So some of the cool things about Brookside are its proximity to Loose Park. Loose Park is an awesome park that is huge. Everybody will take their dogs, and you'll see people. It's kind of reminds you of Central Park in New York. People will be having picnics out there and throwing the frisbees. It's a charming park, and it's not too far from Brookside. But you also have the Brookside Shopping District, so you have tons of coffee shops and little restaurants and little boutique-y areas, very artsy, and lots of locally owned shops. Mm-hmm. So it's not full of your typical chain stores that you see everywhere. It's very unique and locally owned.
Yeah, very local. I mean, it's super walkable. I know he said that a couple times, but yeah, just all these houses are all around the shopping district, and everybody's walking in for their nightlife. They're walking in for the restaurants. You just end up bumping into elbows with your neighbors. And these older homes, it's that sidewalk where you're seeing your neighbor sitting on the front porch as you're walking into town, and just a cool vibe for the hipsters.
Oh yeah. Yeah, awesome walking trail that people ride their bikes or run, and that cruises all the way down Brookside Boulevard. And as you head south from Brookside, you run into another area that we wanted to highlight, which is Waldo. Waldo is very similar to Brookside. If you talk to somebody that lives in Brookside versus Waldo, I'm sure they'll.
Oh yeah.
There's a little turf wars going on there about who's better, and
yeah, they're trying to take ground. I think I've heard a little bit. I think I heard you talking about that.
Yeah.
Where that line actually stops and starts.
Yeah. From east to west, people will argue, the realtors maybe, if you've got a house over by Troost, you want to call it Brookside or Waldo, but as you go from east to west, it gets a little nicer. So as you get really close to Ward Parkway is kind of the best of the best parts of those Brookside and Waldo, and as you go east closer to Troost, it gets a little not quite as nice. So it's kind of a gradient really than a hard line in my mind. But yeah, Waldo is very similar. There's over 600 businesses in Waldo, and it's really close to the plaza. But one of the businesses that I think is iconic is Waldo Pizza.
Yeah.
Huge pizza place, and it's the bomb.
Yeah, it is good. Pizza's my crutch, man. So
it's one of my weaknesses.
Totally, pizza and barbecue. And you know, both of these towns, Brookside and Waldo, are going to have the art fairs on the weekends, farmers markets, all that kind of stuff, where they shut the streets down, and they'll have, you know, different holiday seasons, parties out there. So it's a really, I don't know, it has that small community feel, but it does have a good vibe. And I'd say, you know, over the years, I've helped a lot of people move in and out of there, and you know, not to say there's people that were born and raised there and lived there the whole life, but I see a lot of the kind of the younger crowd, maybe they don't have kids yet, that really love being there, especially close to the bars.
Yeah.
And then once they have a house full of kids, they start reaching out to us and they're like, how about the suburbs?
Yeah.
Let's slow this down and get some more elbow room, because the houses are smaller. They do take a lot of maintenance. They're expensive to keep up when you have those older homes, and the price tags are still pretty high on them. So as you get out of there, you can get a lot more square footage for your money.
The price per square foot is quite a bit higher there, and it's kind of it's an urban vibe, and yeah, I mean it is younger professionals that are the demographic that are living there, so yeah, it's a good place to go, you know, fresh out of college as you're working, and you know, by the time you hit your 30s and start having kids, maybe time to get out of there.
Yeah, but lots of people. Everybody's out there having a good time, and I have nothing but fond memories of being down there on weekend nights, hanging out, and it's a good spot.
Yeah, so if you're a young professional and you know, kind of a hip kind of guy, music and arts are your interests, and that's what's important to you, then you should definitely check out the Crossroads. Probably Hyde Park and Westport too, but zero in on Brookside and Waldo. I think those are good places to invest. We've seen people, you know, do really well buying and selling real estate in those areas, especially as you go a little bit further west over to Ward Parkway. If you can pick up a deal there, it's a great place to live and to invest.
Yeah, so we'll have lots of videos coming out we're kind of doing our hipster series. So if this is your thing, just keep an eye out for those, where we're gonna focus more on vlog. Max will be down there hanging out with the hipsters, showing you what it's like to walk down the street, looking at some of these houses from the street, so you know what everything looks like and kind of know what to expect.
Yep, we'll do a vlog, we'll do a map tour, so stay tuned for those videos, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, remember, you got a friend in the business. We'll see you on the next one.